So I'll invite Dr. Sanjeev Uppal, who is Professor Plastic Surgery, MMU and Hospital, Solan, and he was HOD Plastic Surgery at DMC, Ludhiana. He is going to speak on evolving trends in plastic surgery. Dr. Uppal, please.
A very good afternoon to all present. I'll be deliberating on the evolving trends in plastic surgery. Plastic surgery is a branch of medicine where you can shape and reshape the parts of the body. That is why it is called as plastic surgery, as we can mold the plastic into any shape. So by way of training, the plastic surgeons would mold the tissues in different shapes. You'll be glad to know that the plastic surgery was invented or established by an Indian physician. That was, his name was Sushruta. And it was around 1500 BC. So it is almost 3,500 years old branch. At that time, if you refer to Ramayana and other things, the nose of the person who had bad habits or was not acceptable in the society, they used to cut the nose so that the person is known from his appearance that he is not a good fellow. This person, Sushruta, started reconstructing the nose of the person from the tissues from the forehead. And you will be amazed to know that till now, till 3,500 years, this technique still continues as the forehead flap, which we still use to reconstruct the nasal tip, nasal dorsum, or other parts on the face. And there was a reference to this published in 1794, establishing the presence of Indian scenario in plastic surgery. Otherwise, everything is supposedly in the modern medicine coming from the Western countries. But the real development of plastic surgery, the evolution of plastic surgery came in the last century, where the two major world wars gave a chance to the plastic surgeons to reconstruct things, to enter into the domain of general surgery and do things in a better way as far as the soft tissues, reimplantations, reconstructing the blood vessels, reconnecting the nerves, tendons, and all those kind of injuries. The techniques like tube pedicle flaps, where it was, you can see in this photograph, the nose is being reconstructed from the forehead in the form of a tube pedicle flap. The science could judge that if blood supply of a tissue, if it is rolled into a tube and cut on one side, the blood supply with some time, 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, will augment, and if that tissue stays as such live or it sustains on that very blood supply, then it can be transferred to any other part of the body. As such, Harold Gillies and Archibald McIndoe are called as the fathers of the plastic surgery. So they started this kind of technique. As the evolution went on, the reconstructive surgery gave birth to the cosmetic part of the plastic surgery, which has evolved and has progressed by leaps and bounds and almost surpassed the reconstructive surgery. The cosmetic angle has surpassed the reconstructive surgery by year 2021. Now, various trends in different, I'll not be able to touch everything in plastic surgery. I'll give you certain areas where the trends are currently very much pertinent. In the reconstructive plastic surgery, the recent trends which have developed over the last 50 years are the micro and microvascular surgery. The use of microscope in plastic surgery has revolutionized the reimplantation techniques, reconstruction of tissue losses anywhere in the body. Now we are not restricted that the tissue cannot be taken from the leg and put on the arms as such. The tissues can be taken along with their blood vessels, nerves, taken from one part of the body to any other part of the body and transplanted there. The recent ones are like hand transplant, and you will be happy to know that in Kochi, Amrita Institute has been granted this kind of project, and they did very nicely. Now you can see a gentleman who has got 2 cadaver hands transplanted, forearms transplanted on his both the forearms, which have been amputated in an accident. So this is a kind of building on the kidney transplant. They tried this and have been successful. Otherwise, it's difficult to have the epidermal parts planted to any other parts or any other person's body. Then, of course, the toe transfer has been an evolving kind of operation where the second toe from the foot is taken and you can reconstruct the amputated thumb as such from that toe. Of course, one has to lose a toe from the foot, but if you wear shoes, nobody is going to know, but you can always have a functional thumb coming up from this toe. Then skin culture. You must have heard that the more than 40-50% burns have been dangerous to life always, because if a person is taken for surgery, early surgery, we could not find the donor sites on the body of the person. And as such, the skin from any other donor except the identical twins cannot be planted to the part which has already burned. But now the skin culture has revolutionized the thing. 1 centimeter cube part of the body's own skin can be cultured into a 1 square meter in just 3 weeks' time in laboratories. Of course, it's a single layer epithelial coverage, but for a person who has got 70% burns, 80% burns, this is the only thing which can make him survive. The reimplantations, now amputations, if within 6 hours of the amputation, clean amputation, the patient reaches a place where the microvascular facilities are available, it can be reimplanted. The only thing is that it has to be washed at the place of accident and then packed in a polythene thing, and outside that polythene cover there has to be some ice put up so that during transfer the metabolism of that amputated part stays within controls, and within 6 hours, if the vasculature can be restarted, the hand survives and the functions return. Now coming to the cosmetic surgery, which is you can say, has surpassed the reconstructive surgery over years. And now the trends are that males are also now very much open to cosmetic surgery. We are finding many of the young boys, even older guys, and even people of my age and even beyond that age, coming to us for cosmetic surgery. Because everybody wants to look better, wants to look presentable. And so far, the figures were that 85 to 90% of the females used to come, but current trends are that 30 to 35% out of the cosmetic surgery requests are males. They would like to have their reshaping of even their beards, reshaping of their mustaches, reshaping of their noses, and other things. However, still females, as you see, they are leading everywhere, and maybe our Chief Minister today may be announced as a female in Punjab. So they are leading in requests for cosmetic surgery. So abdominoplasty is a procedure which is now very well taught and very well learned by all the people undergoing plastic surgery training, and can be conducted anywhere. And you can see there's a term these days which has been called as mommy makeover. Mommy makeover. That means after 2 or 3 deliveries, once the family is complete, the females, the mummies, not the mummies as such, Punjabi mummy called as MOMMY in plastic surgery kind of language. They would come to the plastic surgeons for their makeover. They would like to look younger, fitter, and more presentable. So abdominoplasty is one thing which is done. Blepharoplasty, after the age of 45, 50 years, sometimes the eyes are sagging and you start looking older than what you are actually. If you are 50 years, you start looking 60 years. So it's not a difficult surgery. The fat and skin are taken out from the upper and lower eyelids. And in the lower eyelids, the fat nowadays is replaced within the lower eyelid in a way that you look much younger. Then of course, augmentation mammoplasty. If the breasts are smaller in younger generation, sometimes they feel that the breasts are not presentable, they are not looking good, they are smaller. So there is a provision. Implant had been introduced 30, 40 years back. There were different kind of implants, but implants over the time period are now being at the second place. The fat grafting, the fat transfer from within the body, the fat is taken from the abdomen, the buttocks of the same lady and introduced into the breasts. So that has given a much better tolerance, much better compatibility, because implants have seen 10 to 15% rejection after some time. Of course, then comes the reduction mammoplasty. With time, the breasts, they become heavier, and in certain ladies, it is kind of pathological thing because they start giving pain in their shoulders. It is not manageable for them to move with the big breasts as such. So the methods are available, the surgical methods are available. It's a 4 to 5 hour surgery, and you can have smaller breasts. The scars which are there, just a vertical scar is left here and a transfer scar is under the breast. With time, these scars, they just vanish and the one can enjoy the later part of life with the smaller breasts. Hair transplant has, in the last 10 years, have revolutionized as the surgeons were general surgeons were blessed with the laparoscopy. The similar way, if you can say, the plastic surgeon and of course some dermatologists are also doing it. They are blessed with the hair transplant techniques. The technique has changed from a bigger graft to just follicular unit graft. That means containing only 1 or 2 hair follicles, and the speed is such nowadays that within 6 hours, 3,000 hair grafts are put up on the scalp, and if you have a second or third sitting as such, as has been done by so many celebrities including Salman Khan, cricketers and all those people, you start looking normal. The hair are taken from the backside here. The age of the hair which are on the occipital region is around 70 years. So if one is getting balder earlier, the hair is taken from this place and reimplanted on the scalp, and they sustain till 70 years of age. Similarly, hair reduction has been a process. Now going to beautician is not the right way. Going to a plastic surgeon or a dermatologist where the lasers are there and give the much better results than the beauticians, and the charges are also similar to a good beautician. So this is done every 3 to 4 weeks, and in 6 sittings or so, 80 to 90% of the hair will vanish and you will come up with such kind of face. Then the liposuction, it's an older technique, but the latest trend is using smaller cannulas, smaller holes. The holes are just 4 millimeter. The cannula is just 2.7 to 3 millimeters. And the motorized suction kind of apparatus is being used. To add to that, the laser technique is also being used. The cannula is introduced and the lasers are showered on the fat inside. That makes the fat melt, and it is very easy to extract that melted fat by way of the smaller cannulas. Previously 1 centimeter, 1.5 centimeter cannulas were used. So now there are a lot of trends for people who have not sagging abdomen or even after you see the kind of dieting or exercise, some deposits, they still say or stay on the buttocks, on the back. So those are the most amenable things to be taken out by liposuction. The lip augmentation, after few of the heroines, and one of the most successful heroine of this era also got it done. It has been made now very popular. Relatively a simpler procedure where either we can use the fillers, the collagen, or we can use body's own fat to augment the upper lip. So this is called as pouting lips concept. The fat transfer, which otherwise turns into a face who is looking older, there are certain fat which cheeky kind of thing. If you see a female, if you see there a zygomatic fat is good, the smile is good, the face is looking fresh, younger, we can always build up these kind of faces by putting in one's own fat. So there is no rejection as such. Of course, there are implants available, but those have now gone to the second place. The rhinoplasty, one of the most common surgeries conducted by plastic surgeons, and of course the ENT surgeons. This is a relatively easy operation. These scars are all hidden. Most of the operations are done from inside the nose. Bat ears or larger ears made shorter, looking better. This is also a surgery which can be conducted under local anesthesia, and now nobody tolerates the ears, kind of bat ears. People used to tease earlier days that you are looking like bat, so that brought the name as bat ears, but very easy surgery. Botulinum toxin or Botox. If you want to look younger, you want to get rid of the wrinkles, unwanted wrinkles, in just 10 minutes. The Botox or botulinum toxin injection is the one which is indicated for you. But the only negative thing is that after 8 to 10 months, you will return back to the same position, but the better or the best thing is it can be given any number of times without there are no complications as such noticed as such. To mention that, of course, this is a toxin, so can always react, but I have seen no patient so far who has shown these. Now, body contouring, after the bariatric surgery came in, the people with 150 kg, 200 kg weights were reduced to somewhere like 80 kgs, 90 kgs. Their tissues on the abdomen, hips, the kind of this region of the upper arm, they started sagging down. So after this kind of surgery, the weight reduction surgery, the role of plastic surgeon comes in, and you must have seen many celebrities now who have reduced their weight. One of our ministers in the central government has also done. Another minister did it 4 years back. So people are taking advantage, looking younger. The concept these days, the most of the evolving trends came from the IT sector, the Facebook. Because every time you are anywhere, you must be posting your photographs from here, from this Bathinda also, from the Mapicon, onto your Facebook, onto your WhatsApp. Look, I'm looking this, and the selfie cameras introduced on our phones have revolutionized, and everybody now wants to look younger, better, more impressive because of the Facebook and WhatsApp. So plastic surgeons must congratulate. We are here to feeling indebted by the information technology, which has given us a boost for making people look much better. So this is just an acknowledgement to the various authors from whom I have taken a few of the pictures. So the evolving trends, they continue. Wish you to look better, wish you to look younger, and always keep a smile on your face. Keeping a smile on your face always reduces your age by at least 20 years. Thank you very much.